Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Dump off caught by his back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down... Group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10 from the 41. Man in motion here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll give them a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And they bring him down quickly, but he does have it across the 40. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down right along the 30. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give it to him again. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense up to the line fast. Back to the well again. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt.
Defense.
In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Looking for it. They get to him and bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Snowhawks getting ready to send this one flying. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football.
Bro. Yo.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They motion a receiver left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across.
Shit.
He has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kid, because now they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
From the 47.
Good. Good shit.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. They're down to their final one in this half. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, they'll run. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. He's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Third down, 1 yard to go. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Right back to him on 1st and goal. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. About 4 yards for him on that run. More distance than that left, though, on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a
Knockdown,
second,
boy.
but it hits
Yes.
the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And another
I thought
field
he
goal
lost them
makes it
niggas,
6-0
man.
for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Plowing up the middle. Oh, the football's loose. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
I don't know how to control that.
Here we go. Shot.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
There's a give up the middle. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Golden Eagles with a chance to add to their lead. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And this one is center Chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Chop alert. Ready.
Rodgers here from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass caught by the rookie from Arkansas. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives them the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
7 Pirates.
1st down, Rodgers. Escapes out to the left. Taking a big shot for the...
Bad.
This is...
Thank you.
Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one right down the middle.
99 carrying on
The
conservative.
Snowhawks cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Hits his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This time they'll keep it on the ground. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll throw on first. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Snowhawks make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now Rodgers. Setting up the running back.
Get the fuck out the way!
And he'll have it up to the 23-yard line on the play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down.
Fuck that shit up.
When you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 23. Finds a seam down the middle. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Snowhawks take the lead right away in half number 2. Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Snowhawks jump in front now by 5. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Sending a receiver left. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here.
Good.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up first down. They'll run here from the gun. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing off the play fake here. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Juke the defender. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Offense to the line for second down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. All right, here we go. Second down. He's going to throw this one. Chased out to his right. Finds a man right side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here he is on third and long. Forced out to his right. Connects on the
Wow,
crosser.
good run.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got three tight ends out there. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. He'll throw it. Dump off, caught by his back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and long from here.
It was
That one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick him into contention. That's now his fourth field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Getting out to his left.
Defense.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings the third down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the shotgun, Rodgers finds him on the crossing route. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from the 41. Slot receiver headed left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to 2nd and 2 next.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done, too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
We're down to one.
That's the end of the third quarter.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Check, Bobcat, check, go!
Right up the gut. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and 2, Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Let's go!
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
79 Broncos!
Rodgers to throw.
Wow.
They did it! He made the interception! And the Golden Eagles have some new life in the 4th! And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Wow.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pitts brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And they'll have first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's dropping back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. It's the 2-minute warning here in Vancouver. Golden Eagles needing a couple.
These damn playoff games. Oh.
On the set.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Check. Hurt. Hurt. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Looking to throw. You don't get this complete to Pitts.
Hell of a play.
And they have this down to the
Oh,
11
God,
before
gosh.
being marked down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Got it. Ready?
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll mark him down
play.
there after the dive. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The
Good
defense,
strategy.
I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now.
Go.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6.
Go, Nick. Go. Set.
Running it after the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 3 yards on the pickup. They're short by just as many now as it brings up 4th down. So yet again, they're turning to him to try to put 3 on the board. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. This is biggest moment of the game so far, an important field goal try here from the left hash. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So yet again, they're turning to him to try to put 3 on the board. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
Shit trying to fuck me up, man. I gotta take the penalty. God. See how it's doing me? I gotta take the penalty. Twice in a row, that shit dragged past where I stabbed it.
Oh shit.
No,
His kick is
Why didn't you take the
free.
penalty?
No good.
nigga, it didn't
does
let
it
me.
on his own.
That's
Oh
bullshit to me.
shit.
They trail by 2.
When you hold
Yo,
it, yeah, I
that's
know it.
crazy, bro.
Crazy.
My nigga, I stopped it at the right time twice, and this shit kept dragging on.
Damn, that's wild.
I'm sorry, bro. That hurts, bro. No
Into the
bullshit.
victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the
Jesus,
game,
my boy.
every second.
That
counts.
sucks, man.
If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in.
Fucking
just as that
chest
knee
match
goes
every
down.
time.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed
Both
to do.
pass for
They're going to get to
177.
stay at home another week and
That
welcome
shit's
in
good.
another opponent with a conference title on the line. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott.
Jesus.
The Snowhawks are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Vancouver.
Shit did it worse the second time than the time I did timeout for.